presentation of Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are LA.
Halos snapped their losing streak last night and ended at 6 games to even up this series at a game apiece. And tonight from Houston, Texas, we present Game 3 of this 4-game series. Hi, everybody, from inside Minute Maid Park. We welcome you back to Angels Baseball here on Fox Sports West. He's Mark Gubiza. I'm Victor Rojas. Now, the Angels had a long stretch of scoreless innings and also multi-run innings. And that ended, Gooby, at 40 innings without multi-runs, and the capper was Albert Pujols.
Well, of course, Albert would do that here in Minute Maid Park. 29 career home runs for the machine in this ballpark. 54 overall against Astro pitching. He got a fastball, 91-mile-an-hour fastball. Did a great job as far as bringing his hand. He already opened up the front hip, brought his hand in, and got the barrel of the bat and hit that one over 400 feet. A 3-run home run, now 19th all-time on the RBI list with that 3-run home run last night.
It's going to be a tough go for the Angels today. No batting practice, just like they did yesterday, trying to pick up a second consecutive victory, but they're facing left-hander Dallas Keuchel, and we're going to talk about that when we return. Mike Trout has had some success against Keuchel in the past. Angels baseball on Fox Sports West is being brought to you by your local Southern California Land Rover retailers. By Jack in the Box. Try the Double Jack Combo for just $4.99 only at Jack in the Box. And by your local Toyota dealers. Let's go places. Park between your Angels and the Houston Astros. Mentioned going to break. Dallas Keuchel is on the mound. Gooby, please enthrall us about Mike Trout's numbers against Dallas Keuchel.
I shall do that, Victor. When you think about it, Keuchel's throwing the ball very well against the Angels, but not against Mike Trout. It's worthy of a Carlos Cam replay. Reason why, outer part of the plate, Mike Trout going to dead center field. He has that coverage and power to all fields, and that plays in the hand against Dallas Keuchel because he pitches generally everything on the outer part of the plate, and that's why he's had so much success driving the ball. 343 career batting average against Dallas Keuchel. Line drives up the middle, staying back on the baseball so well. See those numbers and what he has done on low pitches. 316 batting average, 53 career home runs on lower pitches. And when you think about Dallas Keuchel, a lot of his pitches are either on the lower part of the strike zone or out of the strike zone. That's why he has those type of numbers. Should be successful here tonight against Keuchel.
Well, let's see if the Angels can make it 2 in a row. We're just about ready for baseball in Houston. Sit back, relax. Going to bring you the lineups and the first pitch when we return. Sports West is being brought to you by the all-new 2017 Chrysler Pacifica Hybrid. Go the distance with 84 mpg and a 566 total driving range. By Mercury Insurance, we're on a mission to save you money. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com to get a fast free quote and see how much you can save. And by GMC.
Welcome back to Minute Maid Park here in Houston, Texas. The series evened at a game apiece. We'll wrap it up tomorrow afternoon before the Angels return home for a 7-game homestand, with the Toronto Blue Jays kicking off that homestand on Friday. The Angels last night did a nice job on the offensive side. Mentioned the struggles that they'd have, those 20 scoreless innings, 40 innings without a multi-run inning. And they did it in grand fashion with 9 hits. They finally got to a guy in Joe Musgrove that wasn't exactly pinpoint with his location. That won't be the case today with Dallas Keuchel on the mound. Keuchel with terrific numbers throughout his career against the Angels. And even though he had a stumbling block season last year, he is certainly back in his Cy Young mode of 2 seasons ago. And it just makes it that much more difficult for this offense. And a little different looking offense for Mike Scioscia. No Cole Calhoun today. Why not just stack up the righties as much as possible? Junel Escobar leads things off at play third. Mike Johnson center. Albert jumps up to the 3 spot. He's the DH. Jeffrey Marte will be in the cleanup spot in left field. C.J. Cron at first. Andrelton Simmons at shortstop. Cameron Maybin making his first career start in right field. Will bat 7th. Danny Espinosa at second. And it's Martin Maldonado batting 9th and doing the catching. The Angels did make one move today, and it was on the backup catcher side of things. They sent Carlos Perez down to the minor leagues, and the recently acquired, I should say reacquired, Juan Graterol is with the big league club, and he will serve as Martin Maldonado's backup and more than likely get a start tomorrow.
Yeah, there he
afternoon.
is right there, number 59. Remember last year getting his first hit at the major league level, a double. First career hit for Gratterall last season for the Angels. And look at Dallas Keuchel. We talked about those numbers. You mentioned how well he's thrown against both righties and lefties there. 2-0 mark, ERA under 1, 0.86. But my go-tos to be successful against Keuchel is swing at strikes and capitalize on short dimensions here. That means off the end of the bat, hit one out the right field, get in the air like we saw with Simmons, or pull it into the Crawford boxes in left. And when you look at those numbers, why he's been so successful, kind of like he was a couple of years ago for Dallas Keuchel. He's been getting a lot of swings at pitches out of the strike zone. He's going to live in the lower part of the zone. 29.7% of his pitches are in the strike zone, so a lot of pitches out. You can see exactly why he's so effective. Here's another pitch. It starts on the corner but then drifts away. He fields his position exceptionally well. He gets hitters to chase. I mean, a lot of those swings is going to be off the end of the bat or swing and miss. He's got a great changeup. The percentages of all his pitches so low. Very few pitches up in the strike zone. You see how many he has thrown as far as percentage. Only 5 pitches upper part of the strike zone. Everything is in the lower part or below the strike zone. So you have to try as a hitter to bring that up. But that's why we said that Mike Trout has success against him, because he's a low ball hitter. Same thing with Danny Espinosa. He should have some pretty good swings against Dallas Keuchel today.
Take a look at the defense for the Houston Astros tonight behind Dallas Keuchel. Aoki, Springer, and Reddick in the outfield from left to right. Gonzalez and Bregman on the left side. Altuve and Gurriel on the right with McCann behind the plate.
And again, Dallas Keuchel, we talked about it, difficult to hit, but he fields his position exceptionally well. 3 straight Gold Gloves for him, and very difficult to try to steal bases. Not allowed to steal base this season. Covers a lot of ground, very aggressive, very difficult to even take an extra base against him at any point. So you're going to have to square up those mistakes and live by the long ball here, or bunch hits together.
300 average for Yanel Escobar, 3 doubles, a home run, 4 RBIs. Had himself a multi-hit game last night.
And both those pitches, lower part or below the knees. Fastball is not overpowering, 87-93. Cut fastball, slider, and very good changeup.
Yanel last night with a couple of singles and a walk. Chops this one to the left side. Bregman far to his right. Off balance throw will pull Gurriel off. And it's a leadoff single for Escobar. Bregman getting to start at shortstop once again for Carlos Correa, who had to have an MRI, but all negative on his hand.
And Bregman's has made some nice plays in this series. Couldn't get a lot on that throw going away. An infield hit for Escobar. I was asking Ron Renicky today, because of the fact that it's very difficult to steal against Keuchel. He said also very difficult to put a hit and run on, because he holds the runner so close to the base. So if you're going and the hitter doesn't make contact, it's troubles.
Trout fouls it off. Mike at 327 now, 419 on base percentage. Doubled an RBI and a walk last night. Has 5 doubles on the season. Keuchel, a very good fielding pitcher with the Gold Gloves. Very athletic.
He's wondering if that pitch was in the strike zone. He's asking if that's at 0-2. Very difficult to call that when your catcher's not framing that pitch either.
Or flat out just not catching it.
Yeah.
1 ball, 1 strike.
So framing was out of the question on that pitch.
Downstairs, blocked by McCann.
It's amazing how many pitches at the knees or below. Last year he was throwing those pitches, and the hitters really laid off that, especially the changeup going down and away as a right-handed batter, brought him into the zone. Had more success, but we've seen a lot of calls from umpires, borderline pitches on corners that are called strikes, and that's why you're seeing Dallas Keuchel getting back to that aggressive nature, throwing down.
Pulled to third. Gonzalez to Altuve. Over to Gurriel. Around the horn. Double play, 2 down. And another pitch that was down.
And a little bit out of the strike zone. Hyundai key for this game for the Angels to be successful. Going a little Aerosmith. Keuchel's going to be living on the edge. That's the lower part, the edges of the strike zone. As a hitter, you got to try to bring him up and bring him middle part of the zone. Otherwise, it's going to be a difficult task if he lives on the edge with all his pitches.
To 2 outs, bases cleared. Here's Albert. The only hit Albert had last night counted a 3-run blast, his second of the year. He takes down and away.
Well, again, another pitch at the knees or below, thrown from Keuchel.
If you go back to last season and the struggles that he had last year with an ERA over 4, just a 9-12 record. Ground ball percentage of just 57.6%. One of his fewest in the big leagues. He's up to 72% this year, which leads all qualified starters.
A backdoor slider. And another left-handed pitcher we've seen of late. A lot of them moving over to that third base side of the pitching rubber. Reason why is so you can get those pitches, whether it's a cut fastball or 2-seamer, inside to a right-handed batter.
Reaching for it, he fouls it off.
And that's what you got to try to do as a hitter. You don't want to try to chase that pitch. We showed it in the beginning. His numbers are getting hitters to chase off the outside part of the plate. On a hitter's count, Albert expanded the zone on a changeup away after a cut fastball or backdoor slider.
Just off the plate.
Now, if you're Tyler Skaggs right now, you're watching Dallas Keuchel pitch because you're seeing that combination of 2-seam fastball, changeup, lower part of the strike zone, how effective that combination can be.
Payoff on the way. Albert strikes out swinging. The Angels are done here in the first. Way to the bottom of the first, J.C. Ramirez making his second start. We are scoreless. The Houston Astros, as presented by their skipper A.J. Hinch. They are currently 9-5, 2.5-game lead over the Angels. They'll have George Springer leading things off at center, Josh Reddick at right, Jose Altuve at second, Brian McCann behind the plate, Evan Gattis serving as a DH tonight, Alex Bregman the shortstop, Nori Aoki jumps up to the 7th spot. He's in left. Yuli Gurriel, who homered last night, is at first, and Marwin Gonzalez is batting 9th, playing third base. J.C. Ramirez 2-1. Coming into this one big league start. It was against Kansas City. He was maybe nerves, adrenaline early, but he settled in nicely.
Yeah, my go-to is exactly to that point. Victor is established at all speed earlier. Remember last game, as the game progressed, he threw some real good all-speed pitches and ground ball outs. He's got a good 2-seam fastball himself. It's a power one to get ground ball outs. Remember that last 2 innings, he threw the ball very well in Kansas City, and he threw a lot of off-speed pitches, even first pitch.
10 total innings, 11 hits, 6 strikeouts, 4 walks for Ramirez. Breaking ball, drops in there. It's a count and a ball and a strike on Springer. 250 average. Just a 308 on base percentage, 7 home runs, 12 RBIs. Down on the knee.
Looked like he was just trying to go the other way, don't you think?
Yeah, trying to snap that tie between he and Marcus Thames for the Major League lead in home runs. Instead, behind the count at 1 and 2. 4 leadoff home runs in his first 9 games. First major leaguer to ever do that. Brady Anderson had the previous record, 4 home runs in the first 17 games of 1996. You remember Brady Anderson?
Oh yes,
your guy.
I'm in his book.
Pretty good breaking ball, by the way.
Yeah, and he established it early.
Yeah,
that's good to see.
Here's the defense for the Halos behind JC. Jeffrey Marte in left, Mike Trout in center. Cameron Maben is in right. Yunel Escobar and Angelton Simmons on the left side. Danny Espinosa and CJ Cron on the right with Maldonado behind the plate.
Marte getting that start. A lot of right-handed bats in against Keuchel. First start of the season in left field. Had 22 of them last year. Ended up being pretty solid. 2 outfield assists and 1 error for Marte in left. And that, you notice that a lot of pitches, especially away against lefties off the outside part of the plate, being called strikes. That pattern continues. So Reddick's behind in the count, 0-1. Why not try that backdoor slider at that point? A little bit off the plate.
Byproduct, do you think, of umpires not necessarily calling the knee strike anymore?
Yeah, you're seeing more of borderline corner pitches. I'd take that myself if I was on the mound. If you're a pitcher, you're getting a baseball or 2.
The way you threw the ball?
Yeah, you would. Yeah, I might have gotten a few more outs, maybe, or at least less bases. I would have had it back up.
How many punch outs would you have had if Eric Gregg was your home plate umpire?
Yeah, he's a Philly guy too. He was. I needed to be in the National League at least for a little bit of time.
2 balls and 2 strikes on Reddick. A couple of doubles, a couple of RBIs in his first season with Houston.
By the way, he was a fun guy, man. He was just a great personality and a very good pitcher's umpire.
Just ask the Braves. That is a little bit low. Full count. Altuve on deck. Flipped out the left field. Marte got a good jump on it, and he can't get there. It'll roll the wall, and Reddick's going to head to third. He's in there safely with a triple. I'm kind of surprised at the fact that Marte went that hard after and did not lay out for it at that point.
Yeah, and you don't really see many triples hit the left field here at Minute Maid Park. But because he went after that baseball, did not dive for it, and not able to catch it, as you see that angle he tried to get. And then they got long rail back, reaching out. At that point, you almost have to go into a slide there and try to keep, at the very least, keep that baseball in front. Again, off the left-handed bat, not a lot of experience in left field for Marte. It's going to go away from you. So you try to get that angle and go slide it in to keep the baseball from getting behind you, and just try to keep it in front as much as possible. Now you're forced into a situation with Altuve up with 1 out and a man on third.
Altuve with his 6-game hitting streak takes a breaking ball for a strike. The only guy in is Cron. He's off the bag and near the cut of the grass. Everyone else back at normal depth. Altuve currently 333 with 4 doubles, 4 RBIs. Flips this one out to right field. Here comes Cameron Maben. He'll go into a slide, and his short hops him. Reddick will score, and Houston leads it 1-0.
What we've seen a lot from Altuve of late, he's just going with the pitch, going the other way very effectively. And just in front of Maben. Goes into the slide, he keeps that in front of him. And now a stolen base threat at first base to go along with that RBI single.
And on that ball, if you are going to lay out for it, the head first dive would probably be the better option. So triple by Reddick, the single by Altuve. He extends his hitting streak to 7, and he's off to a big lead already. McCann takes outside.
And both hitters going the other way. Reddick to left, Altuve to right. Yeah, not bad pitches by Ramirez. Is placed perfectly, and the Astros got a run out of it.
McCann went around. .294 average for McCann. Acquired this past offseason to trade with the Yankees. A couple of home runs, 7 RBIs. Altuve's on the move to throw down to Maldonado, the shortstop side. Altuve had a big lead. Ends up picking up the stolen base. That is his 5th of the season. 6th of the season, pardon me.
Had a good jump, picked the right pitch to go, and a little bit longer throwing motion that time for JC Ramirez, who's generally pretty quick to the plate. That's the first stolen base he has allowed this season while on the mound. Got a break a ball in that throw to the shortstop side of the bag, although I think he's in anyhow.
2-1 count on McCann.
Got to bury that look back to second because Altuve loves to try to steal third. Especially with Escobar playing pretty far away from that bag at third base. So as a third baseman, you have to run and try to catch the throw and then find the base and apply a tag.
Shot to left field, a base hit. Marte is going to be stopped. Or pardon me, Altuve is going to be stopped at third if Marte's throw comes home. Then 3 consecutive hits, and all 3, as you pointed out, well, on the previous 2, the opposite way.
Yeah, to staying back. You know, when you're dealing with somebody who's throwing as hard as JC Ramirez, you just got to try to stay back and hit the ball the other way. If you try to pull that 96, that's a ground ball to the right side of the infield, a relatively easy ground ball, but stay back and lines that one to left field.
Now, this is an Astros team that, as a team, collectively hitting .292 against right-handed pitching. Second best in baseball. Springer struck out, but Reddick at that slicing line drive to left that got by Marte for a triple. Altuve flipped a single to right. Now McCann with a base hit to left.
Certainly Gaddis is a guy at the plate you can get a double play turned against, but pretty dangerous numbers in his career versus Ramirez. 3 for 4 with 2 home runs. Talk about a big moment in the game already for JC Ramirez and the Angels, especially with Dallas Keuchel on the mound for the Astros. Try to limit the damage here.
From another one, even further away. No balls, 2 strikes on the DH. Carlos Beltran. Night off. Now it gets by Maldonado. Ricochet is back, and Altuve is going to be tagged out.
You thought it maybe it was going to deflect off the home plate umpire. Exactly how they designed it. The ricochet back to home. Quickly back and almost hit the umpire. Maldonado is quickly able to retrieve it and apply a tag. A lot to deal with there. The umpire and Gaddis, but still scoops and tags and gets Altuve at the plate.
It's a fielder's choice that allows McCann to go to second. Gaddis bouncing this one to third. Escobar has it.
Got it. There's the third out. The Astros get a run on 3 hits. Unfortunately, a ricochet back to Maldonado helps the Angels get out of it without more runs scored. 1-0 Houston as we hit on the second.
Top of the second, and now it's time for the Coors Light Cold Hard Facts. Crucial part of the schedule going right now for the Angels. They played 29 of their first 36 games versus AL West teams. 7-5 so far season versus the division, and a winning record versus the West 10 of the last 13 seasons for the Angels against their rivals in the West.
Marte to lead things off for the Angels as Keuchel faced the minimum 3, courtesy of a double play ball after the Escobar single. Lead off the ball game. Jeffrey 4 for 23 to start the year. It's a 174 batting average, has a home run, 3 RBIs.
This will be a real test for Marte going against Keuchel today, because he's a guy that generally wants to pitch on the inner half of the plate, and Keuchel throws a lot of all-speed pitches down and away, or fastballs down and away.
Off speed, ripped and gloved by Marwin Gonzalez for out number 1. What a play by Marwin as that ball was behind him.
You talk about quick reflexes. Mentioned a shortstop by trade. You talked about that last night, Victor, but they're shortstop type hands here. This ball was scalded by Marte by him and catches that line drive. That breaking ball drifted the middle of the plate, and Marte made him pay for it. Look at that baseball, it's by him. Quick reflexes in the hot corner for Gonzalez.
CJ Cron takes a strike. 2.42 average, 1 double, 1 RBI so far. CJ had an 0 for 4 game last night. Lines this one back into center field. It's a base hit.
It's a couple pitches and a couple batters, I should say, in a row that Keuchel has missed location. McCann's going to go out to kind of look at him there to see what's going on, because he's missed spots. He wanted to do both those pitches off the outside corner. Got a lot of the plate here. See where this baseball drifts right down the heart of the plate at 88. Very hittable speed and location miss. Same thing against Marte. And he lined that one, but Gonzalez picked him up at third base, and that line shot.
Keuchel has thrown 22 innings so far this year. .86 ERA. Now Simmons settles into the batter's box. Gets this one over to first. Jumping on that first pitch. And the Astros have turned their second double play of the game in as many innings. We'll head to the bottom of the second. 1-0 Houston.
bottom of the second. Get your red on. The 20-game flex plan offers a variety of game options to choose from, including premium matchups and popular promotional giveaway nights. Buy your flex plan today at angels.com/ticket plans or by calling 888-796-HALO. Love that lid right there.
That is a cool one.
Always love that logo. Alex Bregman gets jammed, rolls it softly to throw. JC is covered, and there's out number one.
Love those quick outs. Good little feed from CJ Cron over to JC Ramirez, covered the bag. Target set away, ran back in, but a little bit of movement on that fastball on the inner part of the plate jammed him. He's been throwing a lot of first pitch sliders in this game so far. That time he ran a two-seam fastball that started away, ran in and jammed Bregman for an easy 3-1 putout.
Aoki slapping it foul down the left field line. Up to a pretty decent start. 355. 382 on base percentage. Double home run, 4 RBIs. Pesky little hitter that he is. .11 for 31. Takes a strike. He almost got a base hit last night up the middle. Tampa Drosian did a terrific job with the glove. Snagged it for the last out of the game.
That certainly would have been a tough play for Espinosa to get to that ball and throw him out.
Nasty pitch down and in. Second strikeout for Ramirez, 2 down.
Good hard slider. When you look at percentages of pitches, fastball is going to be 93, 98. Throws about 45 to 48%. Throws his slider over 30. Curveball more so in his split finger fastball. Good slider there. Hard slider. Reading that pitch out over the plate, unable to make contact. He's just trying to slap and put it in play. And continuing to throw that first pitch slider, important for JC.
Out towards shallow right, and that's a foul ball.
Been happy about that foul ball. Looking to see, hey, well, I throw a 2-seam or 4-seam fastball there. See if I get the grip. How excited he is. Wants to go out and play catch with somebody.
Ball and 2 strikes on Gurriel. Homered last night, his first of the year. 268 batting average. Saw him as a third baseman last year when he came up, but he's played first in all 3 games of the series with Correa out. Gonzalez started third base. Two.
What he's shown in the series so far, he will chase to break a ball early in the count. He's had some pretty good patience not doing so when he's been behind. Early on, chase. Later on in the count, he has not done so far.
Got him swinging a big breaking ball. Third strikeout as JC picks up a 1-2-3 second. We're off to the third. Halos down 1-0.
I want to remind you to join us on Friday, April 21st. Toronto Blue Jays in town. It's a 7:07 start. Fans in attendance will receive an Angel Superhero Cape while supplies last. Be part of the Guinness World Record official attempt. For more info on the Angel Superhero Cape, courtesy of Farmer John, visit angels.com/promotions.
A couple of big Angel fans, Becky and Terry. They were at the 5K race last year. They're going to be doing it again this Saturday.
Nice. You going to join them?
Well, I said good luck. I told them I'm there in spirit. Yes.
Yeah. That's how you roll. This one hit to the left side. Gurriel, or pardon me, Gonzalez will flip it on to Gurriel. Maven retired for out number 1. Cameron still off to that slow start on the offensive side. Grounds out for the first out of the 3rd inning.
And as a hitter, it's all about confidence, and he struggled in spring training.
Not the guy you want on the mound to try to get out of a offensive funk either.
And he doesn't give you many pitches in the strike zone. Talked about the percentage of pitches thrown by Keuchel this year in the strike zone. Only 29.7% of his pitches are in the strike zone. I would rank 101st in baseball. Yet an ERA coming in the game 0.86.
His batting average allowed is low. But his BABIP, his batting average of balls in play, is extremely low. Second in the big leagues to Irvin Santana, just a 115 batting average in balls in play. Espinosa launches one. This one's out toward right center field. Springer racing back. He's near the wall. That's off the fence. Espinosa gives it a ride, and it's a 1-out double for Danny.
Thought this ended up being a good matchup for Espinosa, a guy that hits the ball in the lower part of the strike zone, especially drifting out over the plate and down. And a double, his first double of the season for Espinosa. Out over the plate, change up, and strong enough to hit that ball. One hops the wall in dead center field. Right on the top of that padding part of center field for Espinosa. Very good swing. We've been asking Ron Renick. He talked about guys in this lineup tonight to be effective against Keuchel. We know Trout, lower part of the strike zone. He said the same thing with Espinosa. So far, a real good swing for Danny against Keuchel.
Man in scoring position. Keuchel delivers a strike on Martin Maldonado. 294 batting average for Maldonado. Double, 2 RBIs. Possessing a 385 on base percentage. It went up because of last night. On board 3 times with a walk and 2 singles.
4 for 6 in this series.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Pretty good pitch there to do some damage. Now as a hitter, you can see that reaction that Maldonado has. And when you're on the mound, when you see a reaction like that from a hitter, you know that he felt he missed his pitch. That's when you try to throw something off the plate, even in dirt.
As good as Keuchel has been this year, he is pretty much locked down with men in scoring position. He's only allowed 1 hit, 19 at-bats. Halos get their first man to second base on Espinosa's double.
Pretty good arms in the outfield for the Astros, especially because of short dimensions in right and left. They can play more shallow, so it's not an easy thing, but even though the base hit into the outfield, to score here in this yard.
Down goes Maldonado. 2 out, second strikeout for Keuchel. Be up to Escobar.
Back-to-back pitches inside, a little cut action on the fastball, down and in. And if he makes contact, he pulls that foul. And another pitch thrown by Keuchel that's not in the strike zone.
Escobar, an infield base hit in the first. Flies off.
And a lot of people at home watching, wondering why, with Mike Trout on deck, why he's hitting second and Albert third tonight. The reason why you do so against Keuchel is you give those guys an extra at bat against them. Trout with good numbers, Pujols with a couple career home runs against Keuchel, so you give them potentially an extra at bat higher in the order.
Now trying to wait as long as possible, cuts through it.
And most times you're thinking, okay, why wouldn't Mike Scioscia do that more often? When Cole Calhoun is swinging the bat well, you have right-handed bat and Escobar followed by a lefty, the guy who can do damage with Cole Calhoun, then Trout, then Pujols. More opportunities to score with those four when they're swinging the bats well.
Escobar 2 for 7 so far with men in scoring position this year. He's got Espinosa standing at second. Houston scoring a run in the first. Ground ball left side. Gonzalez has it going underneath his glove. Looked like that ball skipped underneath. Espinosa comes around to score, and we're tied at 1.
Now 4 for 10 in his career with 2 hits tonight for Escobar against Keuchel. And you mentioned getting underneath the glove. A lot of times, if you're not going to be able to make that play, you like to, especially with 2 outs, a man on second, at the very least knock that ball down to keep that ball in the infield. And gets by him at that last second. It looked like he was getting himself in position to field that and throw across the diamond. Then that little skip. They really wet this field down early on. A little quicker than normal as the game progressed. A little slow down. Pretty quick there, and a tough little hop gets it by Gonzalez at third base.
It looked like that second bounce almost took off. Trout, look at his strike, because Gonzalez, the way he moved to his left, like it was going to be a routine play.
It looked like he was getting himself in position to make the throw.
Trout grounded into a double play in the first. He's 0 for 1.
Trout with good numbers in his career against Keuchel. He's missed a couple pitches there in his zone. Is Espinosa, who doubled off the wall in center, scored the tying run on the base hit by Escobar.
Off speed, rolled toward third. That's going to be a tough play for Gonzalez. Good arm, but he's not going to get him. Infield base hit.
That's that quickness for Trout going down the line. And that angle he takes going to first base. Off the end of the bat, right out of the batter's box. He thinks I got a chance to beat it. That was a good play by Gonzalez, but Trout quick. He gets to that corner of the base and then veers to the right. It's been his trademark as far as going down the base quicker. He knew right away he had a great chance to beat out, even with a good play by Gonzalez, and he does so. Big moment here for Albert. Talked about him in the opening. Had a 3-run home run last night. Another shot here tonight.
Albert struck out swinging to end the first. 2 strikeouts for Keuchel. He's allowed 3 hits in this inning. Tied at 1. Escobar's second, Trout at first.
Boy, and Albert last night, it's Musgrove with 2 on. And the Angels, a tough time getting a multi-run inning, but not on that swing. Set him up with a fastball off the inside part of the plate. Gets the barrel of the bat. His 29th career home run in this ballpark. 54th against the Astros in his career for Albert Pujols. 593 all time for Albert. That pitch he got there before, if he stays back and thinks the right center field, that becomes a very hittable pitch to drive out the other way.
Ball and a strike. Mislocation. We got Albert to chase it.
Very unusual to see a pitch at the upper part of the strike zone from Keuchel. He missed location. Showed that graphic early. Only 5% total of his pitches have been the upper part of the strike zone.
But back outside, off speed. Keuchel will field this. Fire over to first. Albert is retired. And the inning comes to an end, but the Angels do tie it up. Double by Espinosa, single by Escobar. It's 1-1 as we head to the bottom of the third. As this score is tied at 1 here at the bottom of the third. One more in Houston tomorrow afternoon, and there's that 7-game stretch at home. Toronto for 4, Oakland for 3, then it's back out on the road to Texas and Seattle.
And Alex Meyer will get the start on Friday for the Angels against Toronto. Everyone else will be pushed back, given an extra day's rest.
Nine 1-2 for Houston here in the third. You got to throw a disclaimer to don't read too much into that. Alex Meyer getting a start on Friday, but it is 2017 and everyone will.
Yeah.
Gonzalez, a 176 batting average.
Good curveball. We've seen a slider and curveball early on from J.C. Ramirez.
Marwin went 0 for 4 last night. In the 9th spot now. And Aoki flipping spots. Popped up third base side. Escobar strolling over to foul territory.
It's a good pitch from Ramirez after a slow curveball. The pitch before, fastball popped him up. We all know that Springer's very aggressive on the first pitch. You got to be careful if you throw a fastball first pitch against him.
Six-game hitting streak currently. Struck out in the first.
Good pitch. I always like the 0-1 fastball in or off the plate in more so than the 0-2 pitch. Now you can back it up with another fastball in, or you can back out with a slider away.
Yes, he did. 1-2.
Because there's still options when you're on the mound after an 0-1 pitch inside. 0-2, you go in, almost every pitcher will go away, so a hitter starts to track away, but there's still that indecision as a hitter what he's going to do with that third pitch. And that's where you see a swing on a slider down and away like that.
Maldonado trying to sell him. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 3 strikeouts, no walks. 3 hits allowed for J.C. Ramirez. All 3 in the first. 2 that maybe could have been caught. Slider gets him. Down goes Springer. 2 down.
It's 4 punch-outs for J.C. so far in this game. Look at this sequences, the different pitches, the spray chart here. Everything going away, but the fastball in set up those pitches. That slider going away, very effective. A true fastball, 4-seam fastball inside, opened up the outer half of the plate.
Braddock takes a strike. He tripled in the first. Scored the lone Astros run. Here the nature boy Ric Flair woos some in the crowd.
Yeah, Reddick, a big, huge WWE wrestling fan.
Good breaking ball.
Good. Yeah, he's been throwing a slider, and that curveball has been very effective. Talk about changing speeds. You can do so with a curveball as compared to your slider. Slider's been 88 to 90. Curveball has been 78 to 80. And he also has that splitter. Good range and speeds as far as his pitches today. Nearly 20-mile-an-hour differential between his best fastball and that slow curveball at 78.
Down goes Reddick, and another 1-2-3 inning for J.C. Ramirez. 3 complete in Houston. We're tied at 1.
Brought to you by Hyundai. There's no better time to buy a new Hyundai than now. See your local Hyundai dealer or visit buyhyundai.com.
Tied at 1 as we begin the 4th. Jeffrey Martin lead things off against Dallas Keuchel here in Houston. Astros taking game 1. The Angels taking game 2 last night by the final of 5-2. Astros tonight a run in the first. The Angels answered with a run in the third. Marte squared one up in the second. Line down to Mario Gonzalez, who made a terrific play to his left.
A lot of times against right-handed batters, Keuchel to show something inside. Also throw his cutter in. He's going to live away with that combination of two-seam fastball, change-up away, and backdoor slider.
Chopper left side. Gonzalez plays the short hop. 1 out. Nice play by Marwin.
Again, it's going a product of trying to pull that pitch away. You got to stay back, let that baseball travel deeper in the zone, but hit the ball the other way against Keuchel.
He's a guy that maybe shows you one fastball in as a right-handed batter just to keep you honest, and then lives middle away.
Generally, it's not a strike in. It's off the plate in. Pretty effective with his cut fastball in against right-handed batters. Well, that last at bat for C.J. Cron, he threw him a first pitch fastball down the heart of the plate and took it. Right back to that backdoor slider.
Throwing a base hit into center in the second inning at bat. Down the line, just foul.
And that was that showing of one pitch inside, very difficult one to keep fair. Got a baseball or two off the inside corner. First 2 pitches have been away and down. Going back inside. Not fully committed on that slider down and in. And one thing we've seen from C.J. Cron when he is swinging the bat well, he does have good power to right center field. Something away, he can try to hit the ball that way.
Changeup misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Still looking for his first home run of the season. Might have to hit that ball to right center field to get it out.
Foul back. And just 1 extra base hit for Cron this year. It's a double. That was in Kansas City.
Speaking of Kansas City, we were just there. Madison Bumgarner on the mound for San Francisco against the Royals. 4th inning, it's 0s.
Jason Vargas dealing as well.
Wow, he's throwing the ball well. Former Angel.
Back from elbow surgery. Two. Cued towards second. 2 down.
When some reporters asked Bumgarner, do you like Kansas City? Go back to the ballpark. He loves Kansas City, he said. He goes, well, I don't think you're going to get that type of reception when you get back there, though. Not really digging you a whole lot.
Usually in the clubhouses throughout Major League Baseball before a game, you see video of that day's starting pitcher playing through monitors. Kansas City's case, they had World Series footage.
Yeah.
Not quite the footage they want to see.
No.
Being replayed.
Well, he arguably had one of the best postseasons that anybody's ever had in baseball. Simba last night, his first career home run to right field last night.
This would be the place to do it. Yankee Stadium as well. Andrelton 0 for 1 as he grounded into an inning-ending double play in the second. 5 hits for the Angels, 3 for Houston. Breaks his back. Rolls it toward the Astros dugout. And that's that product trying to pull the off-speed pitch away.
Look at that bat. He's part of that bat. Shattered it. Off the end of the bat. Half the bat left. Be a good bat to play stickball in a schoolyard.
Full count. Maben's on deck. And he works the walk. 2 out, free pass. Doesn't happen too often. Keuchel with 5 walks in his first 3 starts. Bring up Cameron May, but grounded out in his first at bat.
Sixth walk already this season for Simmons. Simmons last year a total of 28 walks for the entire season.
Count remains at no balls and 2 strikes. Andrelton working a 2-out walk, stands at first. .57 pitches thrown by Keuchel. Not a bad crowd on hand here, especially with the Rockets hosting the Thunder. It's down the road. Maben goes down swinging. The Angels are done here in the 4th. We're headed to the bottom of the inning. Altuve, Mechanic, Gaddis coming up for Houston in a 1-1 game.
Ram trucks. Talk about that need to establish the all-speed early. Ramirez has had a real good slider throughout this game so far. Early on, his curveball has been very good. Between his slider at 88 to 90 and his curveball from 78 to 81. Very effective, keeping the hitters off balance for the Astros.
JC Ramirez has done a really nice job so far. 5 strikeouts, no walks, 3 hits allowed. He'll face Altuve to lead things off here. Extended his hitting streak to 7 games. Single with an RBI and also stole a base, 6th. Little chin music.
And you have a hitter. We just showed that video in our tools of the trade. A lot of breaking balls away. Well, you're looking away as a hitter, and he runs that fastball up and in at 94. Diving out over the plate. Fortunate enough to be able to turn and get away from that fastball up and in.
Breaking pitch rolled foul.
And that's a product of a breaking ball away because that fastball up and in, he's way out in front.
2-time batting champion. A lot of plate coverage. One fastball that runs in 2-1. Let's go back to that pitch. Looked like JC after the up and in, kind of digging himself a little bit. He liked it, nodding it. Yeah, that's right. Get off my plate.
Yeah, don't look out over the plate for that breaking ball. I know you saw the highlights of my nasty slider and curveball going. I'm going to make sure you're aware I have a fastball. Hey, and it's 94 to 98.
Oh, he paints. It's 2-2 with that breaking ball.
And when you're as big as JC Ramirez, you can look at pretty much anybody and say, what? Did you say something?
It's another breaking ball, backs up, and it catches the inside part of the plate. Down goes Altuve, 1 away.
Completely set up by that first pitch. That got him out of the strike zone. Kind of a backup slider, but as you can see, ton of the strike zone there to get. Call a third strike. 6th in the game for JC.
3 in a row. Springer and Reddick to finish off the 3rd. And here comes Brian McCann. McCann rifled a single through the left side in his first at bat. Oh, 2. Much more aggressive, up-tempo JC Ramirez is what we saw after the first inning in his Friday start against Kansas City.
And some late swings on some fastballs after establishing his curveball and slider for strikes. And now it's time for the driver's seat, brought to you by IKEA with Brian Kent on at the plate. Very good. When you think about 9 straight years of 20 or more home runs, longest current streak by any player. For catchers, 10 years. Yogi Berra and Mike Piazza, both Hall of Famers. A high fastball here. Mislocation, but 97. Another punch out. Must be fun to miss location and you still throw 97.
4 straight punch outs now.
See with the target set, target miss, but right down the heart of the plate.
That's a product, I believe, Gooby, when you see a hitter react like that on a fastball and not pull the trigger, that peripherally he picks up the target or he sees the movement of the catcher behind him.
As a catcher, you notice those things.
And so you're anticipating whatever, up or away, and all of a sudden it's right down the pipe.
And a pitch that normally, that's the pitch he can do some damage. If he's sitting on that pitch, that's trouble.
2-0 count on Gaddis. Got him to chase a couple of breaking balls in his first at bat before grounding out to third.
One of those dangerous counts now for Gaddis. He's a fastball hitter. He's in a fastball count. Gotta think it turns. Try to break a ball. See if he'll chase.
Or backup action. 2-1.
And when you have a feel for a breaking ball going like he does so far today, even in those fastball counts, you pitch backwards. Trust that break. '98, great location for JC. Now stay on top of his slider and snap it going down and away. Might have a chance to strike out the side here. Tried it just a little bit too far off the plate to start with.
Bregman on deck. Three-two. Swing and a miss. Down goes Gaddis. JC strikes out the side. He's got 5 in a row.
Boy, great feel for his breaking ball, but also the velo. 97-98, but a nasty slider to punch out the side.
Got 5 consecutive strikeouts for JC Ramirez, 8 overall in the game. As Danny Espinosa will lead things off against Dallas Keuchel. Dallas with 3 punch outs of his own with 1 walk, 5 hits allowed. Espinosa doubled off the wall in right center in his first at bat. Takes a strike here. Down the line, fair ball, headed toward the corner, and Espinosa's on his way for his second double.
Well, man, we were talking about that in the opening. Guys who might have some good swings against Keuchel because the pitches they drive well. Espinosa now twice doubles, double the center and double down the line. Pitch lower part of the strike zone, stays back. That break ball play right into his swing, hooks it down the line for a double.
So the leadoff man on board. Espinosa had no doubles coming into play tonight. Has 2 so far. Martin Maldonado struck out in the third. And he was trying to go the other way with it. No balls and a strike. A bunt back toward the mound. Keuchel goes to third, and Espinosa is easily gunned down. Mention he's a really good fielder. He was off that mound quickly once Maldonado squared around.
And right away he pointed to Brian McCann because McCann hauled out right away. You have a play at third, and that's why he was able to field that and fire it quickly to third base to get Espinosa. Pretty good secondary lead, but the call to play at third, perfect feed, and the out at third. So important when you field your position well as a pitcher. When you release the baseball, you become a fifth infielder, and you can see how athletic Dallas Keuchel is. Played football, basketball, and baseball in high school. And Espinosa with good speed, but no chance on that one as he tried to avoid the tag. Did not do so.
That's one of those, the last place you want to hit it back to is toward the mound. Try to get it toward the lines if you could. But it's easier said than done with Keuchel and his precision pitching. Now takes a strike.
Especially when you square around early, you can see what he tried to do. He tried to cut that one in to make it more difficult to bunt.
Escobar 2 for 2 with a couple of singles. Also picked up an RBI, his fifth. That was in the third.
And that's the one thing you can do. If you're a pitcher, you're under control on the mound, and you can see a hitter squaring around the bunt. You can change up a little bit and throw a cut fastball instead of a regular fastball. It's going to be similar speed, but you can cut that in to make it more difficult to bunt. And that's exactly what he did.
2-1.
Mike Trout on deck would love to see two base runners on for when he came to the plate.
Ground ball over to the right side. Altuve keeps Bregman off balance throwing just like that. The third double play turned by the Astros, and more importantly, Trout stranded in the on-deck circle. 1-1 as we head to the bottom of the fifth. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Los Angeles Angels. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. JC Ramirez back to work here in the bottom of the 5th inning. It's Bregman, Aoki, and Gurriel, 6, 7, and 8.
Already a career high for strikeouts in a game for JC Ramirez. Once had 6 in 2 innings of relief last June for the Reds. That was against Atlanta.
Bregman grounded out in the 2nd inning, so he's 0 for 1. 2 balls, no strikes.
Big inning here for JC and the Angels after you have a leadoff double to start the top of the 5th. Unable to get a run across. Play made at third base by Dallas Keuchel on the attempted bunt by Maldonado. So momentum goes back to the Astros.
Keuchel getting Escobar to expand his own strike zone on a 3-1 pitch. 2-2. Ended the top half of the inning. Full count.
Pretty good patience, especially when the pitch before is a 96-mile-an-hour fastball located on the outside corner.
(3-2) now. Bregman flips one out toward right center field. Maben is not going to get there. It's a double for Bregman on a ball that off the bat, I don't know, maybe I thought Cameron had a better chance at. But Bregman picks up his 3rd double.
Got a fastball, pretty good pitch, really. This is a good piece of hitting. 98-mile-an-hour fastball. This went with it the other way. Gets by, goes into the gap now. Similar situation for the Astros. A leadoff double. And good speed at the plate here. And Aoki, who can handle the bat well, and we saw him yesterday working on a line on bunts, especially down the third baseline. Ideally, that's what you would try to do, make the third baseman feel the bunt if you're going to.
Aoki struck out on a breaking ball down and in. 2nd inning.
Good curveball once again.
Go that hard slider.
Yeah.
Down and in.
He's going to try to track that breaking ball and try to slap that. He has a better chance on a slower curveball to do so. Might be harder for him to make contact on a hard slider down and in, though. Checking in on Bregman to vary that look back. 2 stolen bases, been caught once. Good speed at 2nd.
Yeah, there it is.
That was a wicked of a slider. If you make any contact at all, it's either off your leg or pull foul.
1 down.
Now you got to keep an eye on Bregman now, because Aoki wasn't able to get him over. See those breaking balls, back-to-back curveballs, and a hard slider. So 80-80, then 90 on a slider. Espinosa looks like his job now is to try to keep Bregman close.
Gurriel, a strikeout victim in the 2nd. 9 punch-outs now for JC. 0-1. Espinosa wanting a pick off at 2nd.
Always got to make sure as a pitcher, if you're taking the and breaking the hands as far as the glove and the baseball, you have to step off first. That was thrown towards the base at second. Nice play by Espinosa to get to that baseball. Yeah, because Aoki was not able to advance Bregman, I think they're going to see him be more aggressive to try to steal third.
That's a pretty good pitch. Just misses off the plate. Pretty good take.
Boy, changing speeds with his slider. That's 87 to 90. And his curveball's been 78 to 81. Fastball's been 94 to 98. Occasional splitter. Conversation here now with Maldonado. Looks like he's preoccupied trying to be quicker to the plate with the runner at second. All you got to do is just vary your look back 2 times, 4 times, 1 time. If you don't want to be extra quick when you see that front shoulder flying open, his last 2, especially that last one from JC, overthrew and that front shoulder opened up and arm dragging and slider well off the plate. See that split finger fastball grip he starts with. And then brings the fingers together to throw either his breaking ball or fastball.
Back toward the middle, and it sneaks through for a base hit. Bregman comes in to score, and it's 2-1 Houston. Oriole picks up his 3rd RBI of the season.
Tell you what, this is a great hitter's yard. This infield is really fast. Ball picked up steam as it got through the infield. Off the bat, thought, okay, you're going to get it out. You see Espinosa going back to his position, then right back up the middle, and then skips by him. He did everything he could to try to knock that one down. And the Astros capitalize on their leadoff double with a base hit by Gurriel, who's had a pretty solid series so far.
Gonzalez popped out in foul territory in the 3rd. Gurriel did not go. A bad read on that ball getting away from Maldonado. 2 balls and no strikes. 73 pitches now for JC. 46 strikes. Double a strikeout and RBI single here in the 5th.
There's 75 pitches in his first start of his career back in Kansas City.
.30 count of the number 9 hitter.
Real close pitches, lower part of the strike zone, especially that last one. It was close enough to be called.
Grade 1. Ground ball foul. Full boat now.
This was ground ball out important for Ramirez. His fastball is very good, moves quite a bit when it's in lower part of the strike zone. That one, a 3-1 fastball, 97. A little bit out of the strike zone, but late enough movement where Gonzalez gets that off the end of the bat.
Gurriel doesn't go. 3-2's upstairs. First walk issued by JC.
It seems like so should get someone up here now in the bullpen. Charles Nagy going to quickly go out and have a conversation with JC Ramirez, who to this point has been very good today.
Nobody loosening as of yet. Some guys starting to stretch. George Springer will be coming to the plate here. His home plate umpire, Mike DeMuro, makes his way to the mound to break up the rock pile. The clock is at 0. And let's move it along.
So he's calling down to the bullpen now.
Are you making dinner plans out there? What's going on?
I think they were asking, anybody hear the score of the Thunder and Rockets
Seriously. Oh, belt broke up. That took no time at all to bring one out. Wardrobe malfunction here at Minute Maid.
Seeing some movement down to the bullpen now. So far has been very solid. 4 1/3, 9 strikeouts. Career high as far as strikeouts in a game. It's the second career start for JC. 1 walk. Parker warming up.
Springer 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. 1 ball, no strikes. Gurriel standing at second. Gonzalez at first.
What we saw quite a bit in spring training with JC was when he hit to that one point during the game where he got a little bit deeper in the game as far as started 4 games in cactus that play. All of a sudden, the command went away a bit for him. Can't allow that to happen, especially with Springer at the plate with 7 home runs this year. Trying to make it 8 on that swing.
That is about as violent a swing as you see throughout Major League Baseball. He does not get cheated. He's at the plate.
He's a guy that tries to pull the baseball but does have good power the other way when it's a high fastball.
This was hit sharply. Espinosa. Brian Gorman did a nice job of getting out of the way of that rocket. The second base umpire had that ball coming towards him. So Ramirez gets out of it with a double play ball, gives up a run as we head to the 6th inning. The Angels trailing it 2-1 with Mike Trout set to lead things off. Coming up to lead things off. I want to remind you to join the Angels on Saturday, April 22nd, taking on the Toronto Blue Jays at 6:07. Fans in attendance will enjoy a post-game showing of Guardians of the Galaxy as part of Marvel's Superhero Weekend. For more info on the post-game movie, just go to angels.com/promotions.
Angel fan excited to see Mike Trout leading off this inning. Albert Pujols on deck. Combined 4 home runs in their career versus Dallas Keuchel.
Trout so far, double play ball in the first, an infield base hit in the third.
.351 career hitter against Keuchel.
Back toward the middle. It's a leadoff single. Second hit of the night for Mike. Trying to show that fastball in, and Trout got the hands in. Brings up Albert.
Not easy to do, especially when you're looking away against Keuchel as much as Trout has. And even though we showed in the opening the home runs he hit against him were both pitches away.
Albert a strikeout in the first. Will come back toward the mound in the third.
The odd thing about Dallas Keuchel, 0 pickoffs career-wise. He does have a good move, but you're generally not that far away from the base. He's quick to the plate. See Trout not a real big lead.
1-0 count.
And Albert's got to think in terms of driving the ball to right center field. Can adjust if he makes a mistake on that cutter inside. Look away and drive the ball away. Still looked like he was trying to pull that pitch, looking something in. Be real surprised if Keuchel throws anything in. That's certainly not on the inside corner.
He's been pretty much a dead pull hitter for the last several seasons. Whereas with the Cardinals, that's where he made his bread and butter, out toward right center. And power that way. 1-1. Trying to. That one slices foul. You notice too with the shift on. You got 3 infielders on the left side. They're giving you that right side. With nobody out, base at the right field. Maybe Trout tries to go to third with Reddick in right.
And even with the coverage that Dallas Keuchel has on the mound, he's still falling towards the third base side of the mound. So there's a lot of room on that right side of the infield. This try to make contact and hit that ball to the right side.
Time called. Trout with a leadoff single. 7th hit of the night for the Angels. They tied him up inside. 1 away.
Again, that's a cutter inside, but it's well off the plate inside. And you can see how he was pitching Albert throughout this at bat. Off speed, 2-seamer way, then the cut fastball in off the plate by about a baseball or 2 off the plate.
Fourth strikeout for Keuchel. Here's Marte, who's 0 for 2. That pitch was nowhere near the strike zone, but called a strike. That's why Marte looked back. Jeffrey lined out to third, grounded to third. Start tonight at left field. Maben in right.
Well, you can see what he tries to do. Shows you in with that cut fastball. And then 2-seam changeup combo away. Backdoor slider. Even his slider at times looks like it's not even on the outside part of the plate because it goes around the back of the plate, but gets a lot of those calls. And a lot of swings from hitters on pitches that are off the plate away. Going back to my Hyundai key for this game, talked about Dallas Keuchel, how he's living on the edge, that outer part of the plate, the edge of the plate, cuts his fastball off the edge of the inside part, but if you bring him in the middle of the plate, that's when you can do some damage. Don't help him out. Otherwise, you play right into his hand. Albert knowing he swung at that cutter off the plate. That's the one he brought in the middle of the plate. That's the one you hope for. You can see where McCann was setting up, but that is cut and stayed in the middle of the plate. See where the target said. That's right in that zone where, and Marte, frustrated, had a pitch to do some damage, and he does have very good power, Marte.
Time called last second. No pitch. Keuchel with a little glance in.
At that point as a pitcher, you might as well deliver the baseball.
Two-two.
Little quick pitch. That changeup going away, never in the strike zone. So he gets in the set position and goes after him quickly and then throws a changeup away.
Cron 1 for 2 with a base hit in the second. Trout still over at first base. Leadoff single for him. Enough on the hands where he fouls it off. Keuchel was first 3 starts, allowing a total of 8 hits combined. He's given up 7, but Angels haven't been able to get anything really going other than the base hit with 2 outs in the 3rd inning. They brought home the tying run at that point. Espinosa double.
Well, the 2 guys we thought would have success against Keuchel tonight so far have. With Trout with 2 hits and Espinosa with 2 hits, both doubles.
Off speed, that's lined out towards center. Springer's there. That lead off single stranded at first. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. 2-1 Houston.
Being brought to you by the all-new 2017 Subaru Impreza. Subaru symmetrical all-wheel drive plus 28 miles per gallon. More than a car, it's a Subaru.
Houston leads it 2-1, and they will have Josh Reddick leading things off here in Game 3 of this 4-game series. Dallas Keuchel has been dealing, and this young lady grew a beard in his honor.
Almost looked like Danny Espinosa's beard he had in spring training.
Reddick lifting one out toward left. Marte back and misplays that one. Reddick in with a double. Third double of the season for Reddick. He had a triple in the first inning.
Marte back to the wall. Talked about first start in left field, trying to get a feel for the wall. Had an opportunity to get further back on there as he's reaching back. Unable to make the play, and a double. Now leadoff double, especially with Altuve at the plate. Not ideal for J.C. Ramirez and the Angels.
Altuve 1 for 2 with the base hit in the first with an RBI. Struck out looking in the fourth. Top hand for Altuve came off the bat. 0-1 count. Parker was up last inning. Alvarez joins him here in the sixth.
Probably be ready to face McCann.
Out toward right. Maven is there. Reddick back to the bag. Looks like he's going to tag. Throw just a little bit late. Good throw by Maven, but Reddick's able to get in there ahead of the tag.
Yeah, especially because Maven was going back on that. He got a good amount on the throw, but ideally you would love to be able to get back a little bit and have momentum going forward, but that baseball drifted back on him. So he has to go back and then tries to get the momentum going. Got a lot on that throw, but Reddick runs well. Slides in to third base. It's unfortunate because J.C. Ramirez has thrown the ball well. Now Mike Soch is going to go to the bullpen and hope that the bullpen can pick him up.
5 1/3 innings for J.C. Ramirez tonight. 2 runs in, 9 strikeouts, 1 walk, and he'll depart with the man standing at third base. Jose Alvarez appears will be coming in to face Brian McCann. Man on at third base for Houston. They lead at 2-1. We're in the sixth. For the Nationals, step up to the plate against the New York Mets and the big bat of Yoenis Cespedes. Followed by the Cardinals against the Brewers. It's a perfect day to watch baseball. It all starts Saturday, 1 p.m. on FS1.
Harper had a big game today, a couple home runs, at least 5 RBI for the Nationals, leading the NL East.
Jason Ramirez out of this ball game, responsible for the man at third. He has been charged with 2 runs, but you could easily make a couple of plays, have no runs allowed in his 5 1/3. Now the infield will begin as Jose Alvarez is brought in to face Brian McCann. Alvarez 0-1, a 2.25 ERA. This will be his 8th game. 4 innings, 6 strikeouts, 2 walks.
Outstanding stuff here today for JC Ramirez. Mentioned career high as far as 9 strikeouts. Great command of all his pitches.
Two balls and no strikes. Alvarez needs to bear down. He's in to get one guy. And one guy only. He's missed badly on the first 2. Bouncer foul. 2-1. Alvarez this year just 35% first pitch strike percentage. And that went down with that at bat, or this plate appearance. Nearly a 65 last year. Two one. Breaking ball misses. 3-1.
Gaddis on deck, although Carlos Beltran on the bench for the Astros.
Breaking ball catches the inside corner. Full count.
That's a mistake pitch there. You want to throw for a strike. That's the part of the plate where McCann could do some damage, at the very least hit a fly ball because it was an elevated breaking ball.
First time McCann faced Alvarez, and he'll pull it foul.
It's the exact same spot again. Well, now you would think that Alvarez has a chance to start that breaking ball in the outside corner and have it break off the plate and get a swing and miss against McCann.
Have you not slowed the swing down enough with all of the breaking balls where you can try to go fastball in or fastball away?
Fastball away, I think, would be a better pitch.
Breaking ball, skied out to left. Marte is there. Tagging is Reddick. Marte up and firing and airmails it. Nope. Maldonado did a nice job of backing up as Reddick slammed on the brakes. 2 down.
Big out there for Alvarez and the Angels.
Here comes Mike Scioscia.
Got behind that well playing shallow. And then he dropped his elbow on the throw, but still shallow enough. There's no way you can take a shot at trying to send him home. Terry Pettis, their base coach, very aggressive base running himself, but decides to keep Reddick at third. Wise decision, even with the high throw.
Alvarez comes back, gets McCann. 2 outs here in the 6th inning. Blake Parker coming on. 2-1 Houston. 2-1 Houston. I want to remind you that MLB.com @bat is your #1 app for live baseball, especially Angels baseball. Stay connected with a fully customizable experience. Get Angels home screen icons and app features, as well as game day, live game video highlights, radio broadcast, StatCast, news, and more. Download MLB.com @bat today. Blake Parker pitching in his 8th game. 0-1 mark. He's going to face Evan Gattis, who will stay in the game as the DH. Get that, try to get that 3rd out. Get the Angels back in the dugout, down just 1 run. Josh Reddick opening up this inning with a double over the head of Jeffrey Marte in left. First time that Parker has appeared in this series. Last pitched on Sunday. Facing McCann, who's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. Gattis has never faced Blake Parker. Here comes the first one. Breaking ball in there for a strike.
Seen that quite a bit in this game from Angels pitchers against Astro hitters. First pitch, breaking ball.
Ground ball, that's a base hit past Crone. Reddick will score, and it's 3-1 Houston. Gattis picks up his 5th RBI, going the opposite way.
It's a fastball and a high fastball. This will be another earned run for JC Ramirez. Fortunately, because that was a solid effort by him tonight.
That's a tough 3 to soak up, isn't it?
Especially how well he threw. Again, it's a fastball up, and Gattis doesn't miss many fastballs. Stays back, lines it the other way. Look at the approach he was taking.
There's Alex Bregman. Led off the 5th with a double and scored. 1 for 2. Blocked by Maldonado. Good off speed. Ball and 2 strikes. Halos in the 7th against Keuchel. Simmons, Maven, and Espinosa coming up. It's a little bit more difficult. Down 2 runs now. It's the lefty. Upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Another solid effort by a starter, though, for the Angels. Pretty good streak together. A string of 4 straight starts. ERA 1.78 coming into the game today. Very good effort by JC Ramirez today. That's 5 solid outings in a row for starters.
2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. It's Gaddis over at first. Full count. Gaddis going to take off on the pitch. 3-2. Milwaukee. So 2 on now. And Orioles coming up.
Charles Nagy going to go out to talk to Parker now. Very important to limit this damage. You mentioned Dallas Keuchel on the mound. You can't get too far back with him throwing the way he's been throwing today. Beards throughout this stadium for Dallas Keuchel.
Keuchel's corner. Play off of Kuiper's corner, right?
You got Fields, Hernandez, corner, left field, and Safeco.
Taking his court.
Yes.
Okay, swing and a miss. Well, that pitch down and in's been a little trouble spot for him.
He's pulling off that baseball.
Down the way.
Certainly been a long half inning. Dallas Keuchel sitting on that bench for quite some time in between innings to limit this damage. There's a little rust when he goes back to the mound. The top of the 7th. Real good split finger fastball for Parker. Still best pitch. Like Moore getting ready down in the bullpen for the Angels.
There's the 1-2. This is punch to the left side. Simmons goes into a dive. Snags it for the third out and prevents another run from coming across. The Astros tack one on. We'll head to the 7th. Angels down 3-1.
ball break. Addison Russell, a walk-off 3-run home run for the Cubs. They beat Milwaukee. And Ichiro homers in his final game at Seattle, potentially in his career. 12 years he played with Seattle. Now it's time for the showstoppers. Ichiro at the plate at Safeco, potentially the last time in his old ballpark. And he did it with style. Homers to right center field for Ichiro. Fans happy at that moment, especially when you had a pretty good lead.
Yeah, right.
And you're not as upset about it.
Yeah. Victory in your grasp. Yeah, all right, I'll give up a home run. Rally Monkey made it to Houston.
Yes.
Simmons leading things off. It's a count even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Simmons, skies one out the left, not very deep. One away, that's Reddick in left field making the catch. Marisnick's in center now, and Springer is in right. And Andleton is 0 for 2 with a walk. Seattle's going to have to, well, eventually you think you're going to retire number 51 for 2 guys.
Yeah.
Ichiro and Randy Johnson.
Ichiro on his way to the Hall of Fame eventually too. He'll go in as a Mariner. Last year we saw Ken Griffey Jr. go into the Hall of Fame as a Mariner.
One count on Maven, who's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout.
Still looking to get on track this season. 315 hitter last year for the Tigers.
He's also after a slow start after hurting his wrist early, or late in spring training, I should say. Awesome early part of the season. It's this one down the left field line. That's a fair ball headed toward the corner. Able to turn and easily get the second. It's a 1-out double. 8th hit of the night for the Angels.
Good to see that from Cameron. Bringing up Danny Espinosa, already has 2 doubles himself tonight. So that's 3 doubles against Keuchel for Angels hitters. Got the bat head out on that cut fastball, brought his hands in and lines it right down in the corner. That ball was well off the inside part of the plate. Anticipated that, got the bat head out and lines it and keeps it fair. He's never had 3 doubles in a game, Danny Espinosa.
No action in the Astro pen. 87 pitches for Keuchel. Danny swinging a miss, wasn't looking for a double there. To tie the score with 1 swing of the bat. The first one gave it a ride just to the right of center field off the wall. Pitch count for Keuchel. 4th is when through his most. That included a walk to Simmons.
And a couple real quick innings, a 5-pitch and a 9-pitch. Seems like they're trying to go upstairs this time against Espinosa, knowing he hits the ball well down. Twice he's hit the ball hard on pitches in the lower part of the strike zone. Back-to-back high pitch is something that Keuchel doesn't do a whole lot of. Espinosa had a pretty good swing at that first high fastball. When you're not used to that as a pitcher, that's when you can make mistakes, when you're forced up in the strike zone when you're not comfortable. See so far in our Fox tracks, both upstairs. Now you're gonna have a conversation with McCann just to wonder if they'll just go back to that bread and butter as far as that pitch low and down and away.
on it too.
Back upstairs. All 3 pitches. Upstairs. You wonder if he'll go even higher above the strike zone, or will he bounce one? If he throws a changeup, it'll be in the dirt. Fastball, it'll be elevated.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Maven standing at second base with a 1-out double. Halo's 1 for 4 with men in scoring position tonight. Now back
upstairs again. When you look at percentages of pitches thrown in the upper part of the strike zone this season for Keuchel, 5%. Well, he's already thrown 5 in this at bat against Espinosa. Going right back to where percentage of pitches by location. An overwhelming majority lower part of the strike zone. He's successfully down there.
Now you got him to chase that off-speed pitch. 2 outs.
It's pretty good pitching, really, by Dallas Keuchel. Not really comfortable pitching upstairs, but did so. Danny Espinosa had some pretty good swings to those elevated fastballs, and eventually finished him off with that bread and butter, that changeup off the plate and down. All the pitches up, upper part of the strike zone, and then bread and butter down and away for the swing and miss.
Maldonado's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a fielder's choice. One ball, a strike.
And very difficult to pull that pitch.
Down and away. Two balls, 1 strike. Sorry, Goop.
And Vicar, even though it is a fastball count for the number 9 hitter, Martin Maldonado, one thing about Dallas Keuchel, we've seen over the years, he doesn't give in. Still a good chance he can go with that little 2-seamer away or his changeup off the outside corner. And you have to try to be patient. Pitch number 97 here from Keuchel.
They're trying to pull that off-speed stuff.
All 4 of these pitches in this at bat against Maldonado have been out of the strike zone. And I'd be surprised if he threw a strike here. When you think about it, when you throw less than 1/3 of your pitches in the strike zone, more likely you're not going to get a strike here either. You can't help them out by expanding your strike zone and swinging something below it.
Time called. Escobar's on deck. Maven with a double, standing in scoring position. A 3-1 Houston lead here in the 7th. Payoff pitch. And he rings him up.
Wow.
That was nowhere near the strike zone, and Maldonado lets Mike DeMuro know about it. So shout to give DeMuro an earful, but that was not a strike and not even close. It would have given the Angels 2 men on, and top of the order coming up. Stretch time here in Houston. 3-1 Astros.
And especially when you have a catcher reaching back like that too, and that break a ball away.
Afternoon, Matt Shoemaker going up against Lance McCullers.
Colors nasty stuff himself. Shoemaker very good. Last 5 starts versus the Astros. ERA under 2 for Shoe.
Mike Moore takes over the mound here, the bottom of the 7th. 4th appearance at the major league level this year. No record of .635 ERA. 4 runs on 7 hits in his 5 2/3. He's going to get 8, 9, and 1. Gurriel, Gonzalez, and Springer for Houston. Yuli Gurriel, the first baseman, struck out in the 2nd, had an RBI single in the 5th. Gurriel wears it. We'll head over to first.
Man, that fastball in right. No way you get out of the way of that one there. Right in that shin. Just above the shin guard. Has in that front leg.
Gurriel trying to walk it off over at first base as Keuchel looks on. 7 innings for him. And he is done for the night. One ball, no strikes. Marvin Gonzalez 0 for 1. He popped down in the 3rd, walked in the 5th. front of the plate. Maldonado thought about second, but takes the out at first. Sacrifice moves Gurriel in the scoring position.
Pretty good bunt, deading that baseball out in front plate area. Well played by Maldonado. Thought about it because you got Gurriel still struggling with his leg after getting hit with a pitch. Gonzalez getting some high fives in that dugout for a job well done.
Top of the order now, Springer. 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a double play ball. This is out towards center off the end of the bat. Trout has to commit on it. Squeezes it for out number 2.
Pretty good closing speed because you're fooled off the sound of the bat. Trout able to run that one down. As you can see where Trout is playing pretty deep against Springer, who homered to center field, had to stay back initially, but then that closing speed runs it down.
So 2 outs. Man in scoring position. Josh Reddick at the plate. 2 for 3 tonight. A triple, a double. 2 runs scored.
Change up first pitch to Reddick.
Handles at the top of the order coming up. In the 8th inning, Escobar, Trout, and Pujols. A.J. Hinch is going to send out Ken Giles, it appears. And he closed out 2 days ago. One and 2. Opted to go with the send my best arm against the best hitter theory.
You've seen that quite a bit now in the game. Saw that a lot postseason last year. Feeling this is the important inning. The 8th inning with the top of the order up for the Angels. Exactly why Mike Scioscia had Trout and Albert up 2nd and 3rd.
One-two pitch. Down low. So change it. And Reddick launches one out to right. Maven moving back near the wall. He'll leap up. Did he get it? No, it's a home run for Josh Reddick. A 2-run shot and it extends the Astros lead to 5-1.
In this ballpark, anything hit in the air is always dangerous. Slider, try to go back door, end up drifting to the lower part of the plate, maybe get back to the wall, try to time that leap. Just over the wall. Just over the glove. Looked like it might even touch the glove as he got back to the wall to time that lead.
This is lined to Cron, and that'll do it for the Angels. The Astros add 2 on Reddick's 2-run home run, his first of the season. We head to the 8th. Top of the order coming up for the Angels, but it's a 5-1 deficit now.
The 8th, I'm Patrick O'Neill. Hope you stick around for Angels Live, brought to you by your SoCal Mazda dealers, joined by Jose Mota. Talk about the pitching we saw from J.C. Ramirez and the defense, or lack thereof, we've seen from the Angels. Game of inches may have been so close, but if the Angels are going to strike for some runs, this is the time to do it at the top of the order coming up. So Victor and Mark, let's see if they can scratch a couple across. Back to you.
And it gets a little bit more difficult now, down by 4 runs. And you've got the power arm of Giles now on a relief of Dallas Keuchel. It'll be Escobar, Trout, and Pujols coming up.
Crazy thing about Josh Reddick, what a game he's had, a triple-double and a home run, but conceivably he could be 0 for 4. That close to all 3 of those extra base hits being caught.
The old game of inches, right?
Yep.
First one, the slicing triple away from Jeffrey Marte, double away from Maben, and now the home run. Giles 0-1, a 7.50 ERA, 7th game. He has 3 saves under his belt. The 3rd one being Monday's opener. Keuchel tonight, 7 innings once again, so he's gone 7 now in his first 4 starts of the season. 8 hits, 7 strikeouts, a walk and a run. Breaking ball is in there.
Giles, that career ERA against Angels of 8.
Escobar pops it up, shallow right. Springer was playing shallow already, comes in. 1 down. Trout tonight, a multi-hit game with 2 singles, a double play ball.
Trout fans still hoping to see something special. Has already seen Trout with 2 hits in this game.
jammed it. Altuve's got it. Trout retired for out number 2. Two outs, and Pujols coming to the plate. Albert's not 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts.
Now they're going to glare down at first base. Cook Gibson. See if he went on this breaking ball. Not even, no. Galvin was kind of stunned that he called that one.
Broken bat roller to third. Halos down in order. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th inning with Houston leading it 5-1.
Mobley, Jermaine O'Neal, and other legends of the hardwood leave it all on the floor for a 10-city 3-on-3 battle, the likes of which hoop fans have never imagined. Ice Cube presents Big 3 basketball coming this summer only on FS1.
It's the bottom of the 8th, 5-1. Houston leads it. Deola on in relief. So far, 1 inning. He's given up a run. He gets this bottom of the 8th inning. McCann, Gaddis, and Bregman due up. He's taking over on the mound for Mike Moore, who gave up the 2 runs in the 7th on the home run by Reddick.
Garrett just celebrated his birthday just a couple days ago, along with our good friend Tim Meade, same day.
Yeah, it was Monday, right?
Yes.
Which is my brother's birthday as well.
Happy birthday to your brother.
Toledo Mudheads off to a good start.
Yes.
International League.
Manager.
For now, anyway. McCann 1 for 3. He had a single back in the first. A run on 8 hits, 5 left on for the Angels tonight. 5 runs, 8 hits, and 4 left on for Houston. This is cued toward third. Escobar Throws out McCann and made it interesting. Nonchalant manner. And that ball tailed again. You talked about it the other day. He drops that elbow and that ball just runs
right at the runner and forcing the first baseman and CJ Cron to stretch out. They be able to cut down the distance of that throw and the runner going down at the same time. Not an easy play for a first baseman. It's around it and then dropping that elbow and it runs right towards him. Able to stretch and get the out by CJ Cron.
Gaddis had a big 2-out single with an RBI in the 6th. Extended the lead to 3-1 at that point. It was off Blake Parker.
And you see a fastball swing by Gaddis. Right back on that one at 92. Got a fastball from Parker and shot that ball hard in the right field for that RBI single.
Missed it. Dale has made 2 appearances at AAA before getting called up. Gaddis fouls this one back. One ball, 2 strikes. Going tomorrow against Lance McCullers. Mentioned early in the broadcast, Alex Myers going to get the start on Friday. The opener of that series against Toronto. Originally it was going to be Tyler Skaggs, but Alex is going to make that start. It's 2017 Angels debut. Tyler Skaggs just gets pushed back. Everybody gets pushed back one. That's the only reason to do it, or they are doing it anyway.
There's no doubting the stuff that Alex Myers has. Alex during the spring training, a number of the games, quality fastball, upper 90s. Made a little adjustment in his mechanics as far as a little less movement. And he delivers the baseball.
2-2. Broken down roller up the line. That's hugging the chalk. That is a foul ball. Home plate umpire Mike DeMuro making the call.
It is the home plate umpire's call until it gets to the base.
Yeah. Good idea. Cron to come charging in if that ball's going to stay fair. And conversely for Gaddis to run it out.
Shatters the bat. Trying to run up there quickly to get that in fair territory, but just foul. You know, we've seen it in Anaheim, Big A, where we'll be there on Friday. That would have stayed fair. Sixth pitch at bat for Gaddis.
Over the mound, and Espinosa trying to barehand it, can't come up with it. That's a single for Gaddis.
One of those plays up the middle. Both middle infielders were there. Both have great throwing arms. Off balance on the swing, a breaking ball, but credit Gaddis going down the line quickly. You see the reaction by Simmons and the barehand attempt by Espinosa.
So Bregman will bat with 1 out and 1 on. A 1-for-2 game for the shortstop. For Carlos Correa, who's missed the first 3 games of this series with the Bruised hand. MRI today on his hand. Negative. Hit by a pitch Saturday in Oakland. This is hit toward short. One hopper. Simmons will take it himself. It's going to turn it into a 6-3 double play, and we will head to the ninth. The Angels have Marte, Cron, and Simmons coming up. It's 5-1 Houston. Games and Escobar, Trout, and Espinosa had a couple of opportunities against Dallas Keuchel, but he's been so good with men in scoring position this year. He followed that same path tonight, limiting the Angels to just one run.
Especially getting that key double play ball when he needed to.
Will Harris makes an appearance on the mound, first appearance of the series. Right-hander's pitching in his 6th game. He hasn't allowed a run. He's 1-0. No ERA, 2 hits, 5 2/3, 5 strikeouts, and 1 walk. Jeffrey Marte will be the man stepping to the plate to lead things off. It's 5-1 Houston.
Will Harris' fastball is going to be 90 to 94 range. Curveball, changeup.
Marte skying one out toward left field. Josh Reddick is there. 1 down. Jeffrey an 0 for 4 night, getting the start out and left.
Here's our Land Rover above and beyond player of the game, Josh Reddick, with a big game. Triple, double, home run, scored 3, drove in 2. Big game for Josh Reddick. Making that play there out in left field, starting the game in right field tonight.
Well, the 1 for 3 game. Check swing. Did not go. 1-1. Ball and 2 strikes. Jason Vargas out-dueled Madison Bumgarner tonight. Orioles winning that game. 2-0. Toronto shut out Boston 3-0.
Boy, has Jason Vargas been really good for Kansas City this season. Good numbers for C.J. Cron versus Will Harris, 2 for 4, including a home run.
Miami dropped to Seattle 10-5. Oakland beat Texas 9-1 as Cron pops it up. In front of the dugout, squeezes it 2 down.
Now let's take a look at the top tier play brought to you by Arco in the 7th inning with 1 on. Off-speed pitch down, and Reddick continues his very productive game. A home run just off the glove of Cameron Maybin into the stands. 2-run home run. After a triple and a double in the game for Josh Reddick.
Simmons 0 for 2 with a walk. Foul back, 1-2.
Overthrown break a ball well in front of the plate.
Back and lined, gloved right by Will Harris, and somehow miraculously hangs on to it to end the game.
Yeah, following through on his delivery and then flying right back up the middle by Simmons. Is threw the glove out there. Not only initially just deflects it, but able to corral it after that line drive. It's really the story of the game too. After you see this final out, follow through the glove, ready in position, able to control that baseball. Story, 2 big stories in this game though, as that last out is recorded by Will Harris. Josh Reddick with a big game, and Dallas Keuchel continues to throw the ball well against the Angels. 7 very good innings. Reddick, huge game. 3 extra base hits, triple, double, home run. Story of the game for the Astros.
Unfortunate start for J.C. Ramirez. Threw the ball well in his second major league start, but nothing to show for it as he takes the loss in this one. Houston picks up game 3 by the final of 5-1. The Angels will have to face a very tough pitcher tomorrow trying to get that series split. Stick around. Angels Live post game is coming up next.